Yo, what's up guys? So we're going to be taking a look at Shadows Awakening. It's a new action RPG that is set to release on August 31st. I have the game early. This is a preview build, but it's a game I was legitimately interested in playing, and Calypso hooked me up with a early copy of the game. Well, it's preview build, alpha, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, we're going to be jumping into it. I've played a little bit of it, but it's still going to be kind of a new experience, and let's just go ahead and get started with a new game. Like I said, I did play it briefly, just so I can make sure everything was working properly, like where my camera would go and stuff. But anyways, I like games like Diablo, Path of Exile. This is going to be kind of in the same genre, but there's a pretty cool twist to it. I'm just going to click on easy just so I can kind of speed up through a little bit of things, versus basically attacking targets for an extended period of time. Also, there was an option for an old school move and mode, and I'll actually explain that after the little short cutscene. But keep in mind, guys, this is an alpha build, so if anything's weird, alpha. Preview build.
But I've had little time for scruples. It was once an honor to be entombed within these ancient catacombs, but centuries have passed, and now only the brave or foolhardy walk these tunnels. Perhaps I'm the last living soul here, although I'm far from alone. This is not my story, although I am the architect of what transpires. A conspirator in the ruination that threatens the heretic kingdoms, and the most unlikely of alliances that might yet save us all.
So I'll let the cutscenes play out, but some of the dialogue I might skip just because I want to say that when I do my full playthrough for this game, which is what I plan to do, we'll go into more in depth.
Only that we shall both survive.
Thou hast a liar's tongue and cannot be trusted.
I do not ask you to trust me, nor should you. I would betray you without hesitation if I deemed it necessary. But we are fortunate, you and I. We have the same enemies. Our only hope lies in partnership, which is precisely why I have summoned you here, demon.
So yeah, most of the stuff in this game is actually voice acted, and that's great. I like that. So the reason why I really was interested in this game in the first place was that you can actually swap in between characters, essentially, and you'll see that in a moment. But yeah, it's an action RPG. Oh, to explain the old school option, that basically doesn't put quest markers. You can see in the bottom right, where I need to go, which is the mode that I personally think is kind of cool, because if you've played older games like Diablo 2, you just had to know kind of, where to go, or it wouldn't exactly put a giant marker saying go right here, right?
So whichever soul you devour will now bind you to a path beyond anyone's control.
Okay.
Choose wisely, demon.
So now we get to basically choose our class. Even though this is one character that we can play as, there's several characters that you actually have access to, and it's all at once, which I think is pretty cool. So there's a warrior, there's the, I want to say hunter or ranger, and then there's a mage. I'm going to select the mage. And it'll briefly talk about it, but like I said, kind of want to make this video a little bit more fast-paced so you guys can see the gameplay. Like I said, it is a new experience for me too. I've played about an hour-ish into the game, I'd say. So you also have individual skills. We're gonna skip this because, like I said, I want to showcase more off the game than rather having this the full playthrough, because I plan to do that, but just when the game is actually complete, if that makes any sense. But anyways, there's different realms, so I'll explain that in a second. So you can see this is one version of, I want to say, the world, and then if you swap to this character, it's another version of the world. So certain things are affected by, I kind of want to use time as an example, because you'll see what I mean in a second. So, for example, this wall can be destroyed. However, there are some areas where you're not going to be able to destroy them, or I guess terrain that would be gone. But anyways, let's go ahead and just attack these enemies. Oh, let me show you the inventory system. There's different skills. And yeah, let's go ahead and just open up stuff. Get some gold. or silver. Same thing.
You keep telling yourself that.
So one thing that I wanted to mention that I really hope that the final version of this game will have is something that lets you move on keybind. So like in Diablo, for example, and Path of Exile, I always use the like Q key to move around for basically like walking without like hitting an enemy, if that makes any sense. So that way I can just move and I can basically kite much better if I need to do that. But let's go and grab that silver and move down here. So here's what I'm talking about, how the world is like. I'm just gonna hit enter. It basically explains it, but I'm gonna explain it much faster. Basically, sometimes you'll need to be another character. Basically, these are they're called soul stones, and they grant mana or health. So we have 6 out of 6 right now. And we're gonna go ahead and use this like what's it? It's like chain frostbolt. So you can swap in between at any time too, like, and I mean any time, which is great because that means animation canceling, very good, which is a huge deal for me in games. All right, let's go ahead and kill that enemy. Let's go ahead and get a new skill. So I'm gonna go ahead and go open up this skill tree and I'll show you guys some new skills. So we can either get Sand Golem or Curse of the Desert. So Sand Golem summons in Sand Golem. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that because I think it's cooler. And then our other hero also levels up and we can get Possession or Shadow Wave. I'm just gonna go ahead and get Possession. Oh, important thing, you should probably also equip them to your skill bar. And then in addition to that, because there is still more to the character, there is character points. Where's that at? Okay, so attribute points. If you guys have played Diablo 2, yeah, strength, agility, I guess you can consider that kind of like dexterity anyways, and it determines your dexterity and speed. Then you have endurance and then willpower. So basically, melee damage, I would say more than likely this affects like ranged damage, like the ranger basically bows. And then this is your survivability, and then also willpower, which is basically your magic. So for the mage, putting points in the magic, and then for the demon guy, his main stat is actually going to be endurance, which is just kind of like tank, I guess. I mean, I'd rather just put it in damage anyway, so we're going all in damage. I mean, it's on easy, so let's just go damage. If we start running into problems, then we'll worry about that later. Anyways, here's a lever. So there's actually puzzles in this game, which I think is kind of cool. And I'll show you guys the puzzles. We're gonna get into one in a second here, but this is a game I was really looking forward to because I like action RPGs, and I feel like it's a genre that doesn't get enough like games. You know, it's been so long. So we got a warrior's belt. Let's go ahead and see what it does. So it adds 3 strength, and then stats change if equipped. So you get extra attack rating, defense rating, survivability, and then some things, like for example, like this over here. I'm sure if you guys played any action RPGs, it's like usable by all. So like obviously some will be like usable by like mage, or let's say like ranger, or you know, certain class specifications, right? Nothing really new with that. I personally think everyone should be able to equip anything. That's kind of how I like games, but you know, some people do like it, so things are limited to characters. But anyways, let's continue. Oh, I also want to mention, just because we're this mage, it does not mean that this is the only mage in the game. There are lots of characters. I don't know how many are available in this preview build, but I know that there are more. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can show you that right now. So there are different enemies, and certain enemies are only affected by... here we got Ranger's Cloak, but we don't have Ranger right now. Anyways, we might get them later on. I didn't get super deep into the game, but I know that I will eventually get much further into the game. But anyways, here we can go ahead and you guys can see the character. So there's total, looks like as of right now, keep in mind this is preview build, there is 5 warriors, there is 5 different hunters, and there is 4 different mages. So that's really cool. Like I said, we already selected the mage. I don't know if this means we can only get mages. I'm assuming because you guys can see over in the bottom left, there's a total of 4 like characters. 2 are locked right now. I'm not sure how we unlock them. Like I said, the new experience for me. So yeah, let's play for a little bit and check out what the game has to offer. I might skip some enemies just to kind of show you guys certain things, but this is actually kind of cool. So in, I want to say like the physical world versus like the underworld or demon world, these move. Oh, okay, I didn't time it right. But basically, we're going to have to wait for it to come around, and once it comes around to us, we're going to stop it. Is this enough? Too thick. Okay, gonna have to wait again. So you have to basically time it. So like there are puzzles in this game where you're going to have to use, okay, that should be enough. And both different characters. I'm not sure what the hunter does. I'm not sure like what each one of them do, but at the moment, that's one way to do the puzzle, and we're gonna have to wait for the other thing to come back. So I like that. That's something that I would say most action RPGs don't actually offer, which is like the puzzle mechanic, right? Not that's something that like I'm really like hyped about. For me, the character swapping is actually much cooler because you basically are like playing multiple characters. So we're gonna go ahead and summon the golem here. Gonna go ahead and activate this. We unfortunately cannot mind control him, which that makes sense. So it has poison resistance, it's immune to dark and shadow spells. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it on fire. Make it take some damage over time. Open up the gate. We're gonna skip the little cutscene of it open. We have Staff of Air, so let's see what this does. So Staff of Air, I guess it gives us extra damage. It looks like it overwrote whatever we had as default, which I guess was a fire one. I'm not sure if like different elements have anything. Oh, there's a Staff of Fire here. Okay, so let's go ahead and check. So Staff of Fire gives us less attack rating, but let's see if it says. So it does weapon damage that's fire, and I'm guessing that maybe in this game certain things have resistances. It also has weapon crit chance and then crit damage, and there's also adding essence, which I don't know if I want to say it's like gems in Diablo, or it's definitely not like Path of Exile. But they can increase stats. We'll probably get one hopefully soon. But like I said, sometimes you have to swap in between worlds, and the stairs were broken. Oh, another thing is certain times you can't swap to a character because you're in between an area that needs you to swap characters, if that makes sense. Because this would be like, it'd be like clipping through the area because it doesn't like have terrain for you.
This must be the cenotaph.
So yeah, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and skip a few of the text here. Looks like there's kind of like waypoints. I'm sure any of you guys, and if any of you guys played an action RPG, waypoints. Oh, my cam was blocking the area, but it's fine. Basically, just clicking on another area to teleport to. So yeah, let's go ahead and enter the next area over here. Exit the catacombs. So this is again what the sanctuary is, where you get to swap heroes. So let's see, how do we get out of here? Oh, there's actually something I think I can show you right now. There's the well, yeah. But first we have to figure out how to get. Yeah, can I? Okay, I can break this gate or something. Okay, it just opened.
Thou knows this place.
It's the regional garrison at Thule, or it was. It lies in ruins.
But I like how everything's voice acted.
Oh, these stones fell centuries ago.
Actually, should use some skills, right? So we'll see. We have 32 silver.
What has become of my mother's empire? Were we victorious?
I'm just gonna click on this well.
Has the Gerulian god empress fallen?
Until we got no more. Okay, no more gold, but we got a ring out of it. So basically, wells. I want to say it's kind of like gambling if you've played Diablo. So silver ring. Let's see what it does actually. Oops. Let's go back. Ring. Silver ring. It adds 8 to 12 damage against undead. That's not bad. But we have to be level 3 to use it, and we're level 2 right now. Okay. So like things have level restrictions. Actually, I'm kind of curious if they have strength, dex, and it's usually just strength and dexterity requirements in games. But let's check that out too. But yeah, I'll let the cutscenes play out.
Amidst the red sands of the Outlands lies the city of Thole. Centuries ago, it was a major garrison for the Gerulian Empire, and there may even have been a settlement prior to this era. These days, Thole is a city of thieves and outcasts. Fugitives of all kinds come here to avoid complications in neighboring nations. Not everyone in Thole has a price upon his head, but no one who dwells here is innocent. The Guild of Steel like to call themselves mercenaries, protecting the few caravans that ply their trade across the desert. Yet those that do not pay for their protection find the Guild equally adept at brigandage. The Guild of Silk call themselves merchants, and do indeed sell all manner of goods and trinkets, though it is best not to ask them from whence they came. A vast stone gate is all that remains of the Barbican that once defended these walls. Now, it guards the city of Thole once more from the horde of nomads that besiege it. For 3 years, I have been hiding here amid the detritus of the heretic kingdoms. But it is only a matter of time before my former allies locate me. And I am running out of places to hide.
I should be the one to talk for us here.
You know, this area reminds me a lot of Diablo 2, if you guys play Diablo 2 Act 2. Because there's like a guard that doesn't let you pass. Okay. Like I said, I'm just going to skip through some of this dialogue. Because some of the options will open up separate like branch paths. And I would rather wait for that in the full game. Because like I said, I want to do the full playthrough of this game when it comes out. And it comes out in about 5 weeks. So, let's see. So, we gotta talk to, I think, one of these guys over here. And I have to ask him... Okay, we have to ask him something about, like, some key or something. That's all. Any tasks?
What can you
What's the precious? Oh, dang. I think I clicked on it. Okay, no, we got the quest. We're good. Alright, so, like I said, it reminds me of Act 2 in Diablo 2, because there's a guard that, like, blocks an area. If any of you guys have played Diablo 2, it's the guy that goes, "You may not pass." But we're gonna go ahead and go to, is it the house cellar or is it over here? I don't exactly remember. But yeah, like I said, I think it's really cool that you can swap in between, and like you can see that like there's different, you know, people, and I guess there's enemies in town if you go to the underworld. That's cool. So yeah, we need a key.
Looks like the Arcanum. I wonder who has a key.
So I think we gotta go, let's see, I think that might be the area. Now there are merchants that you can buy stuff at, but I want to say perhaps that in the preview build, they don't have anything, because, well, I mean, they don't actually have anything. I mean, nothing. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the shop. You can see he has nothing. This is to sell our items. This is to buy. There is actually nothing in, like, every slot. So, yeah. So that's obviously something that will be added in the future. Like I said, that's why I would prefer to do like a full playthrough when it's more proper. But I just wanted to show you guys the game because I haven't really heard anyone talking about this. I mean, like, the game looks good. The gameplay is pretty decent. And I like that you have, like, the option to swap characters. It's something I would consider, like, next-gen in the action RPG genre. Because I've been waiting for Diablo to add content. I mean, Path of Exile does add, you know, with the leagues and stuff. But, and I do like Path of Exile. It's just that I want another action RPG to mess around with. So, like, once again, swapping into the demon world, or underworld. And we're going to go ahead and activate Chain Lightning. Let's go ahead and use that possession skill. Okay, I guess that thing... It took too much, like, damage from the Chain Lightning, or Chain Frost... I forgot what it's... Frost Chain bouncing around. But usually you want to, like, pop a skill, swap to the other class, pop a skill. And it just feels much more engaged than, like, using one skill over and over. If any of you guys have played, like, most action RPGs, there gets to a point where you just use one skill over and over. But this lets you kind of have a little bit more play with it, which is something I value in a game. I think we're stuck from the spider webs. Which, if you get stuck, you can actually swap to the other character, and you'll become unstuck. But so right now we're looking for the Arcanium key. Let's go ahead. Can we use mind control? Oh, he's apparently immune. I'm gonna swap back to this. I don't want to say these are waypoints. So let me go ahead and move the cam real quick, so you guys can see basically where you can kind of go. And I'm sure that this will eventually be all filled up with different, like, waypoints. But right now we're in Thol, which is I wouldn't say, like, not necessarily an act, maybe an area. Like I said, I can only show you guys up to Chapter 1. We probably won't get to Chapter 2 in this video. As far as, like, the NDA, it was, like, you can only show up to the first chapter, which they said it was, like, 4 to 5 hours anyway, so, like I said, it probably won't be in this video. But I do want to make a follow-up video. Like I said, I don't want to do a full playthrough right now. I'd rather wait for the full experience. Okay, looks like there's these traps. Okay. I think this is a trap. We're just gonna have to dodge it. Oh, okay. And I'm thinking that maybe certain areas will call for different heroes, and therefore you can go to the little switch thing. So it's just telling you you're low on health. Okay. Press enter to continue. Yeah. So if you die, the game ends, and you have to start from your last save. Oh. Well, that's a good time to tell you what exactly happens here. So sometimes it's good to save because you can go back pretty far. I'm not actually sure when's the last time we had to check my... Okay, this is like pretty much like right there. It's right before we hit that waypoint. But I want to go over here. I want to summon my golem this time. But you actually die pretty fast in this game, if you're not paying attention. Let's go kill that. Pop a potion. I want to try to summon the golem. Ooh, there's a lot of enemies here. Let's go ahead and just go straight over here. This guy's much more tanky, so we're gonna swap to him. What is this? Let's go over here. Got a shield. Maybe we can equip that? There's no pathable terrain here, so. Can I destroy this? Oh shoot! Hold on, I had to skip the voice acting because I think I was still getting shot at. I'm not sure if I was actually taking damage, but didn't want to redo it. Alright, is this a boss? First boss. It's looking pretty cool. Alright. Alright, we gotta summon that golem first. I'm guessing like the gate just locks behind us. Okay. Summon our golem over here. Let him do some of the tanking. Throw that down. Throwing that frost chain. Looks like there's just like AoE on the ground. Obviously, don't stand in the blue. Usually games like make it red, you know. I'm not sure if that's a totem. Let's swap back to this, and I just like that you can swap in between. It's again something that I feel like offers a unique experience. But let's go ahead and kill this. What is it? Guardian General Undead. Alright. Oops, let's go through that. Summon our golem again. Golem has a really long cooldown, but like it's obviously really good. Okay, we got Ranger's Cloak. Oh wait, is that a unique? I don't know what color uniques are in this game. Ranger's Cloak. Alright, can I just check out inventory now? Oh, there's talents. Okay. Talents are passive abilities that change Devourer and Puppets permanently. Critical chance. Oh, okay, so maybe we get to choose. Wait, do we get to choose one at 3? We're almost level 3. Wow, okay. Let's go ahead and check these out, because, I mean, that's the purpose of this video. Anyways, and like I said, this is all new to me. So I didn't even know that there were talents. I just know that there were skills, and when we level up, we get 1 skill point. But like I said, there's so many characters. Don't think that there's, oh, for mage, there's only this amount of skills, because, well, there's 4 different mages. I'm actually wondering if you can equip multiple heroes from the same class, if that makes sense, because if you guys remember back when we were selecting like our party kind of formation, there was several slots for mages. Just all mages, man, just all DPS. Anyways, so let's go back to the talents. So we have critical chance by 2, extra 20% damage, 20% against like different. Okay, so this just looks like it's flat like stats. It's like reduce damage or increase damage and increases like a flat stat. Okay, that's not anything that I would say like impacts the game in a huge way where it's going to change your playstyle, but like obviously you can try to prioritize. Maybe like this character is really good against like, you know, certain things, like against like, you know, against vermin or certain things. So I mean that can kind of determine how you swap characters against different enemy types. But I really wanted to just check out the inventory here, because I know we don't have the Ranger, so I don't know if we can like view the item, if that makes any sense. Okay, no, we can definitely view it. So for Ranger, what would it be under? I think it would be under offhand, wouldn't it? Let's swap to this. Alright, so maybe we have to have the Ranger in order to actually see it. So yeah, it looks like we might need to have the Ranger. Cause it was, oh wait, oh this is it, Ranger's Cloak. I just thought it was obviously going to be for Ranger only, so I guess it's usable by everything. So it gives you 3 agility, 10 armor against spirit. That's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and open up the sarcophagus.
There is a chronicle, the chronicle and final testament of.
Like I said, we're gonna skip this because I want to do the full playthrough. I don't want to know too much about the story. Okay, that was long. Chronicle of, is that an item? Or is that like just like a textbook? I would assume it's main or offhand if it was something we can equip. So we've reached level 3. Let's at least try out some of the new skills. So now that we'll have like a full skill bar. So let's go to skills. We can get Curse of the Desert, which sends down an ancient curse turn her enemies into scorpions. That's kind of cool. Creates a magical shield which protects her and other puppets from fire damage and slightly reducing income damage. So its duration is 15 seconds. What's its cooldown? 35. So that's like 50% uptime, which is pretty good. And it looks like it says resistance fire 30, 40, 50. So I'm guessing you can level up some of the skills, perhaps. I mean, that makes most sense to me. But that's pretty cool. I like that. I definitely wouldn't mind getting fire shield because that's just like flat, like 50% uptime on that. And then also we have the characters like stats. I actually kind of want endurance because I feel like this character does not have very much HP. You know, I'm just gonna go with endurance again because I feel like damage is like enough on these characters. I'm gonna apply those changes and then go to skills. So we have Shadow Wave. Wave of dark energy will rise out of the ground, hurting and slowing down damaged enemies. So it's only against them. So I'm guessing you frost change, right? So you frost chain and then you throw Shadow Wave because it does damage against hurting and slowing down damaged enemies. So I guess if you want to take damage. And then we have Soul Rend. The Devourer charges his body and the bodies of his puppets with dark energy, which increases damage done with the base attack every time an enemy is hit. So this is a passive. So duration is 8 seconds and it's cool. That's almost like 50% uptime as well. I mean, the other one just gives me a shield. I don't know. I think Shadow Wave just sounds cooler. So we're going to go with Shadow Wave. Did they equip the other one? Okay. And then for the talents. Oh, we have talents for each one of them. So we're going to select one of them. I almost feel like whatever gives me... Like, this is huge to be able to just give you... Because you get 5 stat points, right? What was the one that gives you health? It was endurance. So we're going to go ahead and get endurance. Intellect might. Oh, it doesn't actually have... Extra 25% silver coins from every drop? I mean, I almost feel like this is like good to get early on because, you know, gold will accumulate. But usually gold, you get more gold. Oh, here's durability. I kind of want that, to be honest. Especially since I'm kind of doing a playthrough. I expected to play this game for like 10, 20 minutes to showcase off. But like, I honestly could play this game for like hours and hours. I almost feel like this is like a paid promotion video. I like action RPGs. Well, those of you guys that follow me on Twitch know that, dude, sometimes I'll just go back into Diablo 2 and then like just stream it for like 10 hours. Anyways, where's the endurance one? Oh, durability. I was looking for like the word endurance, but anyways, throw that on there. Let's go out. Let's try out the new skills. Probably end the video and maybe make a part 2. I was gonna make like an intro to the game, and then I was gonna do like late game and talk more about like what's in the game. But at this point, I don't know, man. Maybe this will be a hour-long video. Then I stream the game for like another 10 hours. Let's go. Ooh, hold on. Okay, we can go down this way now because. So we have like, I think we were like 1k HP, and at this point, let's use a new skill. Let's use that Dark Wave. It looked like kind of like a Nova, like it was like a AOE circle around us. Oh, we gotta swap to go. Looks like there's a door here, but I can't click on it unless there's another entrance. So I was wondering if it's like only clickable. Maybe again, keep in mind, guys, it's early preview. Here's the fire shield we have on. I'm gonna swap because we just got rooted by the spider. Can we open up this?
I know of no sorcery to unseal this door.
I'm just gonna summon the golem. Oh, one important thing that I did in the beginning that I wanted to mention that you should not do is don't summon your golem if there is no enemies and you need to go through like a door because it'll block your path. Alright, so anyways, I just wanted to check out the new skill. And I probably should just end this video now before I start playing a lot more of it. Because, yeah, I want to play more of it. And I plan to. If you're not following me on Twitch, by the way, feel free to follow me. I'll definitely be streaming this game and finding out, like, you know, what else this game has to offer. But I want to get, like, all the characters and test out more of the animation canceling. And specifically finding out, like, what the loot can do. I don't know if there's sets. I'm guessing there's got to be, like, you know, because there's colored items. I'm guessing some are going to be, like, you know, normal, common, uncommon, rare, unique. I'm looking for things that are similar to, like, Path of Exile. I like Diablo's idea of set items, but one problem with that is it becomes kind of a cookie cutter. playstyle with majority of builds requiring basically a set. But I like uniques. Uniques are cool where they like completely change a skill or something like that. And like I said, I will definitely update you guys on another video later, probably tomorrow when I put like 10 more hours into this game, and I can show you guys late game and show you guys what else it has to offer. But let me know, guys, what you think of this game. It's something that I plan to play. I want to say that it's like one of the only action RPGs I think that's coming out this year. I'm looking forward to Project TL, but that's like 2050. Like the game never coming out, which used to be Lineage Eternal. But anyways, I love action RPGs, and when when Calypso hooked me up with an early copy of the game just to check out and stream and share with you guys, I was really excited because, dude, it's been so long since I played a new ARPG. But anyways, that is Shadows Awakening. Let me know if you guys would like to see more of. Well, actually, too bad if you don't like it, because I'm uploading more. But no, let me know, guys. What if you have any questions about this game, and I'll try to test it out. Like I said, I can't share anything after Chapter 1, but we've got a few hours before we get there. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed checking out Shadows Awakening. If you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, because I will definitely be... Alright, also follow me on Twitch, too, because I will be streaming this game, up until Chapter 2, and then I can maybe go back to the other chapter, and then I can just show you guys other things in the game. But anyways... thanks for watching, guys, and I'm signing out.